they are having a nice dream. So today I'm sad that because time is limited and I could not invite one of our student ambassadors or two of them to be here to talk to you because we do have a lot of Kazakhstan or students from all over the world in our campus. But then I have pre-recorded a video to all of you to show you what HKUST means to our students. So let me share this video to all of you now, and then let's hear what they said about HKUST.
Sorry, is
I'm
there
sorry,
no
but
sound?
then there's no sound. Maybe I could play it again. I'm sorry. So let's start the video again. Just wait a moment. What about
Hi, future students.
Hello, my future students.
Hardworking. Chur.
好長
Opportunity seeking.
Focused, dedicated,
Supportive.
inventive,
Open minded.
fun, different,
Crazy talented.
可以喺4年裏邊咧，俾我揾到自己目標啦，揾到我自己興趣嘅一間大學。
俾一班有共同理想嘅人去追夢嘅一個地方。
For me, HKUST is an empowering university.
To me, HKUST means adventure.
For me, HKUST is not just an education, but it gets me prepared for the real world.
To me, HKUST is a home away from home, but also a place to really challenge myself.
To me, it is a home where every problem can be solved and every passion pursued.
I appreciate HKUST's sea view a lot.
I appreciate HKUST's aggressive progression.
opportunities,
HKUST's determination towards pushing us to try new things.
Make the most out of your time.
Think critically and open yourself to the possibility.
Take a lot of classes that interest you since you never know what new passion you might discover.
千祈唔好怕醜。
and you get to meet everybody when you come here yourself.
We're ready to achieve.
We're HKUST.
So thank you all of you for joining me to watch this video. So this video probably tell you what HKUST students think of our school. So we are always motivating. We have a lot of opportunities, and we always want to try new things. And then that's why we keep it up, and we always improve ourselves, no matter for our students and our university itself. So that's why here you can see you rank number one, which is the top in the new Times Higher Education Young University ranking in the past 3 years of time. We are named Young University because we are under 50 years, so we are only around 29 years old till this year. So we are named Young University. And what if we, as a young university, compare with all the other universities from all over the world? Actually, we rank quite high in the latest QS World University rankings. From this slide, you can see we ranked number 27th in the world. And in 10 years of time, in 3 years of time, we climb up from not within the 100 until now we are within the 100, and then we are ranked number 27 in the world, which is a very, very great ranking for a young university like us. And a lot of students may ask, how do we do so well in such rankings, or how are we improving ourselves? And the key points is the people, not only our students, but for our excellence academic team. So if you want to receive great education, you want to learn from the best of the best, right? So here you can see we have professors from all over the world. Of course, we are professor from local Hong Kong, and then we also have professor from mainland China, and then we also have professors from different parts of the world, for example, Brazil. The key points of this slide would be the education they receive. So all of them are well educated in well-known universities from all over the world. For example, Harvard, MIT, and other universities. So all of them received their PhD degree, and we have over 690 plus staff in here ready to teach all of you a lot of new things. So what you learn is not only from the books, the textbooks, but also from their own experience. And that's why it makes us the world's top universities. And great minds think alike when a group of such a talented talented professors um, group together, we always see the needs of the society and the world. So that's why we create a lot of different major programs in the past 10 years of time to meet the needs of the society. For example, something related to big data, major related to sustainability, a lot of hot topics. But what next would be artificial intelligence. So starting from this year, we have two new major programs related to AI, with science related to AI and engineering related to AI. Two new major program for our students. So if you're interested in joining AI program, feel free to pick these two new choices for our undergraduate students. Apart from that, from the video that you have just watched, you can see that a lot of students mentioned we have a lot of opportunities. But what kind of opportunities we have for our students? So the opportunities for our students would be a lot of overseas experience. So we have over 240 exchange programs from all over the world. If you're interested in studying at JUC as well as doing exchange from other parts of the world, we are the choice for you because we have partners from USA, UK, and even in Kazakhstan. So a lot of our students have 2 to 3 exchange opportunities within their undergraduate study period. And that's what we provide for our students. And our students also make most out of the opportunities, not only of studying in foreign countries, but also trying to do internships and all kinds of jobs from all over the world. And that's why our university ranked high in the Global University Employability Ranking. So this ranking is originated from a survey which interviewed a lot of employers from all over the world, asking them, university graduates from which university you would like to hire most. And guess what? HESC students are truly attractive to the employers from around the world. So we rank within the top 10 in this ranking, and we are just slightly behind some of the famous universities in the world. As you can see here, we are ranked number 10, and then above us, we have Harvard and Yale and Stanford University. And this ranking could ensure that you can get a good job after you graduate from HKSC. Apart from that, a lot of students may wonder how do we help our students to find their job and help to shape their future career. Apart from the excellent education that we provide, we also provide internship experience. So you can see from these statistics, we have over 85% of our students have at least one internship experience during their undergraduate study period. And if you are worrying about if you're international students, could you still work during your undergraduate study period? Don't worry about it because for international students like you could still work in Hong Kong or other countries while you are studying in Hong Kong. Because if you're a HASC student, you could do part-time internship during the semester and then full-time internship during the winter or summer break. And this is how our students make use of the opportunities that we are given to them. So here you can see we also have high employability rate. We have over 98% of our employers who uh, 98% of our students get employed after they graduate from HTSC. So let me and then we also have a lot of excellent examples of the type of job that we offer to our students. So here we have our student from Hong Kong, Daniel. He find a good job in Credit Suisse after he graduate. We also have graduates from Taiwan, Irene who work in McKinsey now, and then Matna from India who work in CNN Asia Pacific. And these are the sample of jobs that our graduates could get after they graduate from us. So with those kinds of opportunities provided by HESC, we do think that we do believe that university education should help you to strive in the future, to help you to shape your own career. And then we do hope that one day you're going to join us and then take all these opportunities that we are given to you to shape your future career and to help you to pursue your dream. So from my last part of introduction, I have tell you a lot about HKSC. If you have any questions right now, you could feel free to type in the chat box and then I will answer them if you have any inquiries. But then if you do not have any questions right now, maybe I can move on to the next part to tell you more practical information. So if you're now already very, very eager to apply to us, let me tell you how you can do that. So if you are really interested to apply to us, let me show you some admissions information, such as our admission requirements and application process, and also our application deadline. So I'm sorry that we do not have any physical hard copy brochures that we could give to you now because now we are under the pandemic, so a lot of things that we cannot do. But then we do upload all kinds of brochures and publication onto this website. So if you are interested to find out more about the school, you could visit this website and download the publication. So following the publication page, I would like to tell you the options provided by us. So in HESC, we have around 47 majors and 26 minors, covering all kinds of area. We have School of Science, Engineering, School of Business and Management, School of Humanities and Social Science, and one interdisciplinary programs office. So I can see that some students ask, do you have a bachelor degree in biomedical? Sure, we have our science school, which offer a lot of major programs that are related to biomedical. For example, biochemistry, cell biology, and then we also have biotechnology in our School of Engineering. So if you're are interested in biology, you have quite a lot of options in HKESC. And then I also saw students ask, do you have art programs? Of course, we are science and technology, but we do have our School of Humanities and Social Science. If you are interested in global China studies or even quantitative social analysis, we do have these two major programs in our school. So also I saw students ask, do you have any bachelor degree in industrial design? So we do have a new major program last year, which is integrative system and design, which that is a major program which allows our students to learn inside the classroom, also outside the classroom, to work with a lot of industrial partners to design products, to learn about the product design process as well. So if you're interested in industrial design, maybe this major will be suitable for you. So if I've already tell you a lot of different major programs, as well, if you are interested in HESC, you could again visit that publication website to view the full list of major programs that offered by our school. But in the next part, I'm going to tell you how to apply because I saw a lot of students already asking me about the admissions requirements and how could I apply to HESC. So the application process is quite simple. HKESC have our own application system. So what you have to do is to log in our application system, create an account, fill in the online application form, make two choices in your form, nominate your academic referee, that is your teacher or your career counselor in the form, and then upload all the required documents as well as all kinds of transcripts, personal statement, and then public examination results and all kinds of documents through the online application system, and then submit your application. And that's what you have to do. And what if you do not have the examination results at the time that you want to apply to us? Don't worry about that because after you submit your application, you could always log into the same application account again to upload all the examination results. So here are the application deadline for this year admissions. You can see the main round deadline is right 4 days later. But then if you are not applying this year, you could still reference to this timeline. So usually we would start the application 1 year earlier from the time that you really have to join our university. For example, for this year admission, our application start in last year September, and then the early round deadline would be in mid-November, and then the main round deadline would be in the January of this year. And then what is the difference between early round and main round? A lot of students ask me about this. The major difference between early round and main round would be if you apply in the early round, you would receive your offer earlier, as well as a lot of opportunities to join our university. But then if you apply in the main round, you will only receive your results starting from February onwards. But then of course, we have quite a number of main round applicants who receive their offer as well. So don't worry about that if you miss the early round deadline, because you still have the main round deadline in 4 days. And then after the main round deadline, we will have rolling base admissions. That means if we still have quota, we still accept our applications. And then the most important part would be the next part, which are the admission requirements. So for HKUST, we have three kinds of admission requirements. The first part is the general admission requirements. The second part are specific requirements like subjects or English. And the final part would be the overall assessment, for example, your supporting documents, your achievements in other areas. So let me tell you the first part. The first part would be the general admission requirements. So we do need our students to fulfill the general admission requirements listed here. I know that all of you are taking different kind of qualifications, but don't worry about that. Some of you might have taken Kazakhstan or other local curriculum. You can always scan this QR code and find whether your curriculum fulfills fits into our general admissions requirements. But then basically we accept all kinds of requirements listed here as well as on our website. And then here are the mid 50% score range of last year admissions for your reference for some of the popular examinations here. And then we also accept, because I know a lot of you are from Kazakhstan, we also accept Kazakhstan local curriculum, for example, ENT, UNT. And then here are the scores for your reference. We would expect an overall average of 4.5 or above in your school examination. And for UNT, we have an overall score of 110 or above in 5 subjects. So the next part of the requirements would be English requirements. So a lot of students ask about the language requirements. So all of the materials, all of the course will be taught in English in HKUST. So that's why we have these requirements. You only have to fulfill either one of these requirements. For example, if you already obtained IELTS 6.0, you can forget about the other tests, and then you already fulfill the requirements. And then the next part would be subject requirements. This is a bit more complicated. For example, if you want to apply to some of our major programs at our school, you must take these subjects in your public examination. For example, let me quote engineering as an example. If you want to study engineering, you must take mathematics in your examination. For example, if you are taking UNT, you must take mathematics in UNT, and then plus one science subjects among the biology, chemistry, physics, computer studies, and statistics. For example, if you have mathematics plus physics, you fulfill these requirements of engineering. If you have mathematics plus computer studies, you also fulfill the requirements. And that's the basic concept of this table. If you want to apply to the other programs, you may take a look to this table before you apply to us and make sure you fulfill these subject requirements before you apply to us. And the final part, maybe you're concerned about the scholarships and fees of HKUST education. So I can tell you our education value for money because we only cost 140,000 Hong Kong dollar per year for international students. And when you take a look to this chart, you can see if you would like to study in HKUST, the total cost of study and living is only around half of the money that you have to pay if you would like to study in US. And then comparatively, the study and living cost is also lower than what you have to pay if you want to study in UK or Australia. So HKUSC truly provide world-class education with a very, very reasonable price for you. And then speaking of scholarship, we also definitely offer scholarship to students from all over the world. So we have some scholarship schemes that I would like to mention to all of you. So for example, if any one of you are taking IB, we have a fixed scholarship scheme. If you hit 36 or above, you will receive a certain amount of scholarships from us. And if you are taking GCA level, you also receive scholarships if you hit three subjects with A star or above. So you can take a look to the table here. Apart from that, we also offer scholarships to students who have Olympiad gold medalists. Um, in here, you can see if you are participate in any of these international Olympiad gold competition, and you obtain gold medalists, you will receive these kind of scholarships. For example, full tuition plus living allowance. In here, renewable for normal study period. So this is truly attractive if you are participating in these kind of competitions. So if you are not participating in any of these competition, and if you are not taking IB or if you are not taking A level, don't worry about it because we do offer scholarships to these kind of students as well. Just that we don't have a fixed scheme, but then as long as you submit your application to us, you will be considered for scholarships. And one more note to scholarships is that you do not have to submit separate application to us for scholarship. As long as you submit your application to HKESC, you will be considered for scholarship, and we do hope that our scholarship could help you to study in our university in the future. And then I think that's the end of my sharing. If you truly want to talk to us or want to talk to our students, feel free to add our social media, especially our Instagram, because every week we have a lot of student ambassadors hosting the Instagram account. And then you can contact with them, chat with them, and they are happy to answer all of your questions. And then if now you have further questions, we could now move to the Q&A section for around 4 minutes of time. If you have any questions, just type in the chat box and then I will help to answer them. So I will wait for your question right now. But then, okay. So students AZ asked about does HKUST super score SAT or ACT? I'm sorry that we do accept ACT, but then we do not accept super score as SAT results. So that you have to take the SAT total score examination in one sitting. But then for subject tests, you can submit the highest score to us for SAT subject test. And then students ask about the application rounds after January 14th. So if you are still, if you just want to apply to us and then you think that you cannot prepare your application within 4 days of time, don't worry about it because you can still submit your application after January 14th. As I've said, after the main round deadline, we'll go through the rolling base admission. So you can still submit your application to us and you still get a chance to be admitted to HKESC. And then speaking of the acceptance rate of our university, I'm not sure about the acceptance rate of our university in exact number, but then I can tell you the number of our international students community. So in each year, we accept around 2,000 students from local Hong Kong people to international students in total, and around 25% of them would be international students. So if you wish to come to HKESC, you do have the chance. And then, as said, we have around 25% of international students in the HKESC, and that's also implies that you're going to meet a lot of students from all over the world within our campus as well. And then students also ask what is the requirements for full scholarship for Kazakhstan curriculum? And then I know that you would like to know the exact score that we have for Kazakhstan curriculum to obtain a full scholarship. But then I'm sorry to tell you that because each year application varies. So uh, for every year we will evaluate the applicants from the same curriculum once again. So we don't have a fixed score for a Kazakhstan curriculum to obtain a full scholarship. But that said, our um, scholarship scheme would be reviewing all your application, not only your score and your Kazakhstan curriculum, but also your application profile, including your personal statement, your interview, and all kinds of certificates that submit to us, so that we don't provide a fixed score for Kazakhstan curriculum students to obtain a full scholarship. I'm sorry about that. And that I think is almost up right now. Uh, Thank you again for joining this section. And if you truly want to get some updates about HEST, just fill in this form and we will send you the latest events and the latest information about our school to all of you if you sign up with this form. And then again, here is the e-brochures link for you. If you need any help or if you need any information, just visit this website. Thank you for all of us and nice to meet all of you today here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Crystal. Thank you for your presentations. Students, guys, if you have questions, you can ask it from the Crystal. We can share all contacts, all information and presentations with you. Just write your mails here in the chat. Now, the next presentation will be by PolyU, Gongkong Polytechnic University. It's Mr. Carl Tong. Am I right? No, sorry. So please, it's your time.
Thank you very much, Ida, and good afternoon, students. Welcome to the PolyU session. I'll just manage my screen now. In the next 20 minutes, I'll let you know how PolyU nurtures and gives you your right undergraduate studies. So I believe you are going to have some presentations from other Hong Kong universities. I'm not repeating a lot of information about Hong Kong, about how it's like. But I think one of the things that you may have to know that Hong Kong is not a big city. We are quite a small city but with quite a lot of people, 7.5 million people nearly. PolyU is right at the heart of city center. If you see from the picture here, we are right at the downtown area by the famous Victoria Harbour. So you imagine yourself having a very vibrant urban city life, because right after going out of our urban campus, you reach a lot of facilities and restaurants and shopping malls around the area. Tsim Sha Tsui is one of the very important cities in Hong Kong, and it's just 15 to 20-minute walk. If you are imagining yourself staying here for 4 years, our dorms are all around, even for students who are prepared to rent a flat after 2 years of study, because by then students are not guaranteed for a dorm place. Most of them still live around the area because of the proximity. So PolyU, again, we are named Polytechnic. We have this name because of the fact that we were Polytechnic Institute. If you know some Singapore Polytechnic institutes like Nanyang or Republican or Singapore Polytechnic, we used to be of that setting offering high diploma. We have over 80 years of history back in 1930s, but since 1994, it's already more than 26 years. We are a fully recognized universities with undergraduate degrees, with master's degrees, with PhD degrees as well. We have students from Central Asia, from Eastern Europe, coming all the way from their home country to Hong Kong for their undergraduate and postgraduate study. So we are ranked top 100 in the world. We are currently the 75th in the world. We have 14,000 undergraduate students, going up to 26,000 if you count the masters and PhD students as well, from over 50 countries and regions, meaning the undergraduate students. English as the sole medium of instruction in PolyU, so you are technically able to apply to all programs available in PolyU. But one thing I want to tell you before I start all the introduction is that PolyU is famous for offering hands-on experience and practical programs. So if you see from my upcoming slides, you will see most of the, actually all the undergraduate programs and criteria and the disciplines are highly practical. So if you wish to pursue your undergraduate study, your undergraduate a journey with a very practical sense, in the sense that you can practice them, and it will highly related to what you probably will work in the field after graduation. Poly is one of your best places to study. So here I'm going to show you the 8 faculties and schools available by Poly, from applied science to textile. So explicitly we made it applied science. Is the reason is that we don't have pure science, we don't have organic chemistry or life science as such. We offer, for instance, if you are enthusiast in biology and chemistry, you can do biotechnology, you can do chemical technology, you can do food safety. These are very unique programs and highly related to the society as well. Engineering physics is, of course, for students who are interested in physics, but it's more like applied physics. We have material science, for instance. We have mathematics program. If you want to apply your mathematical knowledge in the real world, it's more on the statistics side. We call it investment science and finance analytics. So it's more related to the business side in that case. We also have a very famous institute for fashion and clothing, offering fashion and textiles. We have all the business programs, as many other universities and also Hong Kong universities are also very famous on that. We are ranked top 30 in business and economics by Times Higher Education subject rankings just released not long ago. We have construction environments discipline. If you are interested in civil engineering, for instance, environmental engineering, and learn surveying and all those, you are most welcome to check out our related programs. It's also around top 20 in the world in the related field. We have Faculty of Engineering. We have from aviation to biomedical to computer science, electrical, electronic. Of course, engineering is one of our traditionally strong, discipline in PolyU. We also have medical laboratory science and all the allied health related programs in that case. Don't have a misconception that Poly would not have humanities. Of course, we actually have that, and it's more related to linguistics and translation on an applied base. So it's also ranked top 50 in the world. School design now is one of the top-notch programs in Asia region and also in the world. We have the 15th world-class design school in the world, offering 4 disciplines, and these are all highly practical. Again, it echoes what I mentioned to you, that we don't only have animation or 2D design as just a very theoretical way of design, but all of these disciplines are highly practical in the real world. Now, last but not least, we have Hotel and Tourism Management School, offering very top-notch programs. We even have our own 5-star hotel. Now, of course, it's a very unfortunate situation on the hospitality industry, but we believe and we are sure that it will recover, and you will still enjoy the world-class facilities by having a practical experience in our own hotel. It's a 5-star hotel called Hotel Icon. So PolyU made 2 unique elements compulsory for students, so that it enriches their study. One of them is work integrated education. Simply is an internship, and it's guaranteed basis. You have to finish at least 1 internship recognized by your professor in your department, and of course it has to be related to your study. For instance, if you are interested in accountancy and finance, Hong Kong has most of the international firms regional headquarters in Hong Kong, and you can work in a firm for instance 2 months, and you get your hands-on experience, and that would be a very fruitful part in your undergraduate study. So guaranteed internship by all Poly programs. Second thing is we have service learning, which is also compulsory. Now, of course, I'm sure you will have some voluntary experience to help your community. Maybe you are helping your local area for enhancing their cleansing area, or you visit the elderly home as one of the parts in high school or in your own projects. PolyU as a research university, we have a lot of research going on, and every year we use our professors' knowledge to offer over 60 service learning projects, and you just have to do once during your university life. By taking your school classes, you also have your how do you say? You also have your around 1 week community projects to help the locals. And also overseas, we have students going to Kyrgyzstan, we have students going to Cambodia, to Rwanda, to Vietnam, to serve the poor, to serve those in need. So some of the photos here I just want to show you as well. Poly also gives students a lot of global exposure. Now, you may be from Central Asia, you may be from Eastern Europe, you may be from other countries. You come to Hong Kong, you come to the Southeast Asia. We don't trap you here. We send you outside in the world for an exchange programs in an optional basis, of course. Now, of course, a lot of universities offers that, and we have a lot of universities partnership. You take the credits from those universities, and you still graduate on time. Now, Hong Kong does mostly 4-year study. So by taking around half a year off PolyU and off Hong Kong, you still get your credits from the universities you are studying, and you still get the credits transferred to PolyU. And you get one-off subsidy as well for all recognized domestic exchange. You get a one-off subsidy. If you go to the US, you get $2,400 to subsidize some of your flight tickets and living expenses. Now, Poly also cares students a lot by offering health clinics. We have medical clinics. We have Chinese herbal doctors. You just need to pay $2 per medical consultation. If you have flu, or if you want to seek your medical advice, you can go to our medical clinics. We have also counseling service. We have full-time counselors to take care of your mental health. Poly also has 2 dorm complexes with over 4,600 undergraduate dorm places. Now, Poly, again, we are an urban campus. Don't expect it as a huge campus. It's from one end to the other. It may take you around 10-15 minutes. But also to travel to our Hong and Hong and Tin Hall, these are the solely owned dorm complexes by PolyU. It's around 15 to 20-minute walk. Is very easily accessible as well around the the local area, and you get a lot of food options around as well. This is a typical double room. We offer mostly double room, and some of times there will be triple rooms of the same gender, of course. Poly also values security very much on campus and also at dorms. Every all the campuses are only restricted to staff and students. So with a student card, as in the Poly community, you swipe your student card in to our hall and also to the main campus. We have dorm floors, one for females and one for male. In daytime, of course, it's fine for you to go to other dorms of different gender on the common area, for instance. But after a certain time, maybe 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. is highly restricted, and if any this kind of penalty will apply. Some students may even kicked out from the hall. So we value that very much. We have over also 100 societies. We have academic related society. We have music, sports related, culturally related societies. We have 8 culturally based associations. If you recognize the bottom left corner, that's the Kazakhstan national flag, of course. We have a Kazakh student associations. We have a South Asian student associations. Just give you examples. Currently, Poly has over 100 Kazakh students and more from the same region. We have students also from Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. So there's a very good mix of students, and we encourage cultural exchange so that you can spread your own national, traditional cuisine or culture to other students from other nationalities, for instance, right? And we all even celebrate Noras Festival in March, April time. So PolyU does credit-based system. So you have of our credits, there will be a roughly 1/4. There will be the common subjects, like the general subjects. Other than that, you have to focus on your major. And if you have enough, if you make some extra efforts, you can take a minor study. So eventually, if you can graduate with a major, for instance, in accountancy, in biotechnology, and you also can get a minor. We have over 45 minor studies as well, alongside 50 majors. Okay, so for admissions now, if you're seeking university entry upcoming in for 2021, you have to pay attention on that. If not, you also can get some ideas beforehand. So we have some minimal requirements. We recognize students with IB diploma, with A levels if you're following the British system. But we also, I just give 2 examples for students if you are from Kazakhstan. So we recognize the completion of the National Certificate of Secondary Education, and also the NIS grade 12. You are from Nazarbayev Intellectual School. We recognize the grade 12 certificates as well. And if you are from other schools like Republican schools or National Fees Math School or some other national schools, we recognize the completion of the national curriculum, of course, and also excellence results in UNT. All right, in school and UNT. So we also recognize all these. If you are from other countries, we actually have a long list of recognized requirements. So you can definitely look onto our website. One common question you may ask is whether we take SAT. The answer is mostly no. Unless you are from an American school, you are following the SATs or AP or ACTs. You don't really need SAT as a compulsory element for application. You just have to find from our list the recognized exams from your country. If that's available, then you don't need SAT. Okay. So for English is another requirement. So we recognize one of the English exams listed here and also more on our website. If you take TOEFL, we need the IBT AAT minimum or IELTS 6.0, or if you're in IB, that will be grade 4 in English or 4 again in O levels. If you're taking the British IGCSEs or O levels. Now SAT also will recognize the English. So we just need 590 in evidence-based reading and writing. So SAT again is not compulsory. For English exams, we only need one of these, and also those including those listed on our website. Tuition fee is 145,000 HKD, so it's kind of similar to most other Hong Kong universities, maybe just a bit different. We are in 18,600 US dollars in a conversion. We give scholarship to excellent students on a merit basis, so you expect our renewable entry scholarship will be mostly on merit basis, depending on your final result in your exams. All right. So we give offers in condition if you have not finished your final results by the time you apply to PolyU. We give 3 tiers of tuition waiver if you get our entry scholarship. 50% tuition waive, that's half tuition waiver. 100% tuition waive or full scholarship would give you extra 35% of money as a stipend to support your living. So if you are getting full scholarship, you are imagining yourself just need around 2,000 US dollars per year, then you can survive in Hong Kong. Of course, again, our dorm places will be only guaranteed for the first 2 years. In the last 2 years, the price tag will go up a bit by sharing flat basis, if you rent a flat outside, that would go up a bit. You may have to spare $3,000–4,000 more for living off campus. Okay, but of course we also have a readmission scheme. If you have contribution to the dorms, then you can apply for the last 2 years of stay, but with limited places. Again, tuition fee $18,600, or in the Kazakh currency listed here. In a total, for the first 2 years, each year you're expecting to spend around 15.5 million in the Kazakh currency. All right, so I hope this is also clear for you. Application deadline, we have passed the early round application. So what you need, what you may consider it for now is to apply to our main round. Already is on rolling basis. If you submit earlier, you get higher chance for scholarship, because scholarship run out. Even for good students, if you apply late, you have a lower chance for scholarship. So do come to our Poly website, and application is just straightforward. Everything's online until we give you an offer. You may be requested for more documents to submit to prove your application. One last tips for you is when you are applying to PolyU, you are almost on 100% chance for an interview, for an interview arrangement. After we shortlist the good students, we almost interview most of them. In return, we don't make personal statement compulsory. All right. So if you want to understand more, you can scan the QR code here. You can subscribe to our one-on-one personal consultation to talk to our admission officers. Okay. So now I think I have around 5 minutes to take questions. Let me see. Right. Katia asked about, are the rooms on their own bathrooms or is a communal one? Right, very good question. I don't think it's a communal one to start with. Poly dorm has two settings. One is with two rooms, two double rooms. For you imagine that, imagine it 2 rooms, so 4 boys or 4 girls of the same gender. You have a connected bathroom. So 4 boys or 4 girls, you have a private bathroom. All right. So it's also a private bathroom share between 4 boys or 4 girls, because the doors are only accessible in the room. Another setting is we have a suite setting. So imagine we have a common area. We have some bath, shower facilities, wash basin on shared basis. We have 4 rooms in 1 suite. So 3 are double room, 1 is triple room. So make it 9 student bed places. So 9 boys or 9 girls will share 1 suite with some shared shower and bathroom facilities. All right. Katia also asked whether we take the Cambridge English certificate. I think we recently recognized one of the let me check. One of the qualifications recognized by Cambridge. I'll get back to you on this after I take a few more questions. I'll say so. One student asked whether the deadline is February the 25th. The answer is yes. Our main round deadline is approaching next month on the 25th. But again, it's on rolling basis already since our early round deadline in late November. So don't wait until the real main round deadline. You can submit anytime, because once you submit, our admission officers and professors will read your applications. All right. We have one student asked whether we have full funding. The answer is yes. We have full scholarship. As I told you, is up to 135% tuition waive. If you are performing very well on your interview and also your academic results, then you get a chance for the highest tier of scholarship. That almost covers all the expenses. If you're not a big spender, you may just have to spare $1,000 to stay in Hong Kong per year. All right, for the first 2 years. For the last 2 years, again, if you live off campus, you have to spare extra on top of what you get around $3,000-4,000 to rent a flat outside. Okay. The early round deadline. Dinaro asked about early round deadline. That was passed back in November 25th. But don't worry about that because all our deadlines, don't use the American ways of thinking. The EAEDs and regular decisions. None of our orders are binding. Not only to the Common App applications, to the US applications, but also to the Hong Kong universities. We work on our own application system. You apply to separate universities. So that's I hope that's not an issue for you. All right. Darla asked about the full scholarship criteria. Again, two main things. One is you have to perform pretty well in your final results. So you have your academic progress, you submit your transcripts, you may have your teachers' recommendations, you may have, and the second thing is interview. All right, you have to perform exceptionally well in interview through online means. So we will get you the chance for scholarship. Again, your offer will be in condition if you are still pursuing your final year of high school. All right. So it's I think we don't have much time. I would take one more question. So the interview is the interview in person. Katia asked about this. This is not the case. It's not in person. It's always online. All right. So there are more questions. I will just type at the chat box. I think my time is about towards the end. So thank you very much again, and I hope you enjoy the time for the next universities. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Carl Tong, for your presentation. Okay, next turn is for Gangkong Baptist University, and the representative is Sam Wong. Okay, this Sam, are you here?
Hello there.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet everybody. Thank you, Carl. And actually, Crystal, for laying the ground. Hi, everyone. I'm Sam Wong from Hong Kong Baptist University. And I'm very pleased to be here today to tell you about Hong Kong Baptist. So I'm pretty sure, for those of you who have stayed through the presentation from my peers, you have learned a lot about the city, Hong Kong, and what we offer here. So just a little bit about me. I'm Sam Wong, and I'm the admissions manager at Hong Kong Baptist University, and I'm actually the dedicated country manager for Kazakhstan. That's why I'm here today. So if you are from Kazakhstan, well, and I'm also the one for Tajikistan and Uzbekistan, the Central Asia country. If you are still from those countries, then if you get in touch with us, I would be the one who answer your questions, and I would be the one who take care of your application all the way from the moment you apply until the moment you arrive Hong Kong. And that's actually the biggest joy in my job. So a little bit about Hong Kong to supplement to the introduction of my peers. I'm sure you understand the city life we offer here, but then I also want to highlight the fact that it's interesting. If you listen to Crystal just now, let me just fix this one. If you listen to Crystal just now, you will see that HKUST is somewhere close to the ocean. And if you are listening to Carl, you will know that we are, PolyU is right in the city center. But if you, let me fix this. If you come to Hong Kong Baptist, you see this little thing always, give me a hard time here. So if you come to, yes, there you go. If you come to Hong Kong Baptist, let me show you. This is actually a photo taken from somewhere very close from our campus. And, oh, do you still see my PowerPoint? Actually, let me just do it again. You see, it's so cold that it's not working. All right, so this is what I want to show you. So this is the photo which is taken from very close from our campus, and we are actually here in the little circle. So you can see that we are surrounded by high-rise building. We are actually located in the center of the city, similar to PolyU, but then we are surrounded by lots of mountains, a lot of green. Actually, this photo is taken from what we call the Lion Rock, which is one of the most symbolic peak in Hong Kong. You can Google them. And as a student at HKBU, it's almost like a tradition that students will climb the Lion Rock before they graduate, and it's a fun thing to do if it's not that cold, to climb the Lion Rock at midnight and go see the sunrise. So Hong Kong is a great city for opportunity. I'm pretty sure you know. These are the ranking we got here this year. Second, fifth, and fifth most competitive economies in the world. Just a little bit additional information as mentioned by Carl and Crystal. Just to remind you, you are allowed to stay in Hong Kong for up to a year after graduation to look for jobs. And this is, supported by the immigration policy. And during your study, during your time studying in Hong Kong, you can work part-time during the semester on campus and full-time during the summer. And that is a great opportunity for students, especially our international students. And actually, what's great about Hong Kong is that we have low unemployment rate even during the pandemic. This year, last year, 2020, many of my students, including those from Kazakhstan, returned to Kazakhstan because of the pandemic. And then they couldn't find anything to do, and they were bored to death, and they don't want to waste their time. They want an internship, right? And they couldn't find anything in the country, but they somehow find something in Hong Kong, and quite a few of them return to Hong Kong despite the pandemic during the summer and get a part-time job, get an internship, not only for the experience, but also for the salary. So you can imagine, when you study in Hong Kong, it's not just the study, but, opportunity for internship and career development afterwards. So here is a quick introduction of us, Hong Kong Baptist. We have the name Baptist University because we were founded by the Baptist Convention in 1956. That's why the name, but don't worry, we are not religious. You are not required to be Christian to join the university. There is no religious curriculum requirements. We don't have to pray at our activities, not at all. We celebrate freedom of religion, and that's one thing we honor. As mentioned, we are located in the city center, and English is the medium of instruction, except for Chinese medicine that will be taught in Chinese. And one thing that makes us pretty different from other universities is that we are pretty small. So we have only around 7,000 undergraduate students. That is actually the second smallest in terms of undergraduate population in Hong Kong. And that's why it gives us an amazing student-faculty ratio of 14:1. That will be 1 teacher to 14 students. And that is very uncommon for university of this kind and for this quality. So to sum up, we are a liberal arts university delivering academic excellence, innovation, and social progress. So here are, let me just jump to the 4 attributes. So here are the 4 attributes that we hope our students could develop on during their time at HKBU. To start with, be creative. So everybody is encouraged to be creative. Obviously, I'm sure is promoted. Excuse me? Does anyone have any questions?
Потому что все потом надо сравнить. Мы даже можем, знаешь, это, как ты говоришь, эту сравнительную таблицу самим сделать примерно. Сроки поступления, стоимость.
Если, пожалуйста, не могли бы вы отключить свой микрофон?
Ida, is Ida here?
Yeah, sorry, it's some interrupting. It's one of the participants turn on their microphones. Sorry.
Okay, I can go ahead, right?
Yeah,
okay,
please.
I'll go ahead. All right, so go back to be creative. So I'm sure, all the universities said they encourage students to be creative, but we don't just say it. We have the Dreamer Lab Award, which we will fund our students' idea. If they have a great idea in engaging the community, we will actually fund it and let them materialize such idea. And also we have degree programs in creative domains, such as visual arts, music, film and creative writings. Be innovative. So we're definitely keen on nurturing research talents. We have already registered for over 220 patents by the university. And I love the fact that we offer research experience to our undergraduate students as early as your year one summer. And you don't have to look around. I mean, you can actually talk to your teacher about your aspiration. That's what happened in HKBU when you have such a low student faculty ratio. Your teacher will actually remember your name and they will actually know who you are and you can actually talk to them. But also you will get emails simply saying, you know, year one student wanted research experience. And some of them will also give you a stipend, like a salary. Other than research, we also have you know, a focus on building an entrepreneurial atmosphere by organizing entrepreneurship bootcamp, which is actually in collaboration with the research center in UC Berkeley in USA. And, you know, thinking about all this, you know, listening to all this research experience, you know, entrepreneurship bootcamp, collaboration with UC Berkeley, you might think like, yeah, I heard about this in other university as well. What's so different about, you know, that in HKBU? Well, imagine, I told you earlier, we have a small number of student population, right? Can anyone tell me how many undergraduate students do we have? Anyone? It's a few dozen. Yes? Dana, do you have an answer? 3,500? Close, but not so much. We have only 7,000 students, but yes, G, you are right. The student faculty ratio is 14:1. And imagine, you know, the same university, if they get 30,000 students, same opportunity, imagine the competition. But we are a smaller university. I'm not saying that you don't have to compete. You still have to compete, but we are a smaller university. So the chance of you getting those opportunities or using the facilities that we have is in a way higher. So, you know, when you think about colleges, when you think about big universities, small university, that might be something you should, you know, also consider. So be global. If it wasn't for this annoying pandemic, we'll be sending and receiving 550 exchange students from all over the world every year. And in fact, we as a small university have a great number of student exchange partners. We have over 350 plus exchange partner in over 40 different destinations. Again, other universities also offer exchange opportunities, but we have only 7,000 students. So if you are really keen on going on exchange, you might as well get it. And we also offer financial subsidy to all of our students who go abroad. So other than sending our students away, we also bring the world to the campus by organizing events such as Global University Film Award, International Writers Workshop, and so on. And I'm very pleased to let you know that, you know, all this stuff, all this event and student exchange program, we're still running it despite the pandemic. So for the event, we go all night, obviously, just like this fair. And for student exchange program, we're actually running virtual exchange program. I know what people feel about virtual exchange. You don't want to do virtual stuff. You want to go abroad. Of course we do. We all do. But I am also tired of being told to wait until we resume normal. I've been waiting for like a year. I don't know about you, but I don't stop planning and I want to carry on what my, you know, aspiration is. And I'm glad to tell you that we are doing everything we can to provide the same opportunities our students deserve with or without the pandemic. Last but not least, be caring. So caring is definitely in our DNA. Is well, because of the small population, we are literally a small, you know, like a big family, you know, very close relationship between students and teachers. I love the fact that when I walk around the campus, I will actually see students and I can say hi to them, you know, instead of, oh, I sort of know who you are, but I can't remember your name, or you can't run into your friends and so on. So be caring. We want to make sure that our students are able to care for the, you know, the others. So we make service learning part of our curriculum. But don't worry if you're not interested in caring about others at all, that's fine. We have a great innovative service learning center that has amazing, interesting, fun service learning program. Even though you're not interested in caring for others, you will still enjoy it because they are just fun. and at the same time, you somehow serve. And while we want our students to serve, the community and for the bigger the world, we also want to make sure that our students are being taken good care of. So we also have programs such as the mentoring programs. We do have a colorful residential life. So we have over 1,700 residential places for students. All international students are guaranteed at least 1 year on student residence. And as you can see, it's a very colorful life. And because it's on campus, it's also located very centrally in Hong Kong, which allows our students to explore the city easily. And last but not least, we also prepare our students for the real world through career planning. So we offer internship local and overseas. We also have counseling services. And we were the first university in Hong Kong that organized online career fairs 2 years ago. So this year when the pandemic, last year when the pandemic, broke out, while other institutions might be struggling how to help their graduates to be, we have everything in place because we have been running that and we have great support from the industry, and that allow our students to look for a job even during the pandemic, even when they could not, go out and attend career fairs as they used to. In terms of programs, we have 7 faculties and schools, and I will quickly give you a tour of our faculties and schools. So the first one is Faculty of Arts. Whether you are interested in arts or not, I want to take this time and I want to introduce to you the broad-based mechanism. I'm typing it here just so you know what I'm talking about. The B here stands for broad-based. So when you see the B, it means that it's a broad-based program and you do not have to choose a major at the time of application. For example, for Bachelor of Arts, you can go for Bachelor of Arts broad-based, and then in your first year, you can get a taste of humanities, take a subject from religion, a subject from translation, and towards the end of your first year, you can settle down with one of them as your major. So it's great for, high school students, especially when you don't know, not sure what the major is offering, and then you can get a taste of it before you jump into one or wasting your time, or being disappointed. So you also see here next to the B, a P, because for Bachelor of Arts, it's also accept program-based admission, meaning if you're very determined, you can also apply directly to a program, for example, English or humanities, all right? So under arts, you can also see we have 2 more music programs and also English teaching and language program. School of Business is the only Triple Crown business school in Hong Kong. And if you're interested in business program, you have to learn about the accreditation. So there are 3 major accreditation today on earth for business school. You can see here is AMBA for MBA program, AACSB is the American accreditation for business program, and ACRIS is the European one. And when you see Triple Crown, it means that it's definitely quality education, because you can't buy an accreditation. We have to earn it really hard, and we don't get it forever. We only get it for 3 to 5 years, and afterwards, we have to be evaluated again. So when you see accreditation, it's definitely quality education, because I can't walk around and tell people that we used to be accredited, but not anymore. It doesn't work that way. Okay, we have to carry on the good work. And the second thing is, an accredited school is actually required to partner with other accredited school, meaning if you go to a Triple Crown one, you get to access network of other accredited business school. So look at the programs here. There are 3 degree programs under our business school. As you can see, the B here again, our BBA is a broad-based program, meaning you do not have to choose a major at the time of application. So in your first year, you can take subjects from entrepreneurship, one from marketing, from finance, and then towards the end of your first year, you can choose 1 or actually 2 as your major, all right? So that's the pro sign. And for those of you who are interested in computer science, I want you to look at the first one, economics and data analytics, and the second last one, information systems and business intelligence. Because most of the time, when students come to me and say, I want to do computer science, they only look for the word computer science, and that will be the end of their journey. If they don't see that and they thought, well, this is not my remit, that's so not true. Many universities like us are combining degree right now, or excuse me, thank you for turning off your mic. All right, so for those of you interested in computer science, if you are also a little bit interested in business, this should be the program you are looking at. And you can see we also have BBA in accounting. So if you're interested in accounting, you should start from year 1. So it's a program-based admission. And we also have a combined degree between business computing and data analytics. Chinese medicine, just very brief introduction because it requires Chinese proficiency, but we were the first to offer Chinese medicine in Hong Kong, and we run 17 clinics. School of Communication offers 5 degrees. As you can see, we have journalism and digital media, PR and advertising, 2 film study program, and an acting program for global screen. Faculty of Science is a broad-based, they offer a broad-based program. So as you can see the B here, and they have all this major under, Bachelor of Science. So for example, if you're interested in computer science, please apply to Bachelor of Science, broad-based, and in your first year, you can focus everything on computer science, or you can take subject from biology as well. You can see we also have applied biology, chemistry. We have a bioresource and agricultural science if you're interested in, say, organic farming, sustainability. And we also have physics and green energy, math and stat. And we have a math and stat and a true science program, which is a double degree with Simon Fraser in Canada. Our social sciences is the biggest faculty in the university. And we have some very interesting lineup, including PE and recreation management and European studies, 1 in French and 1 in German, which is actually a sandwich program. So 2 years in Hong Kong, 1 year in French or German speaking country, and your 4th year will be back to Hong Kong. And by the end of the program, you'll be fluent in either French or German. Last but not least, visual arts. So it's actually one of its kind in Hong Kong. And if you're interested in design or visual arts or art, you check this out as well. As I mentioned, we have overseas double degree program or combined degree program with university in Canada, US, France, etc. So a little bit on the fees and expenses, pretty close to what our sister university offer. Tuition is around 18,000 US. Hall residence is around 2,000. Personal expenses around 5,000. You are allowed to work on campus during the semester part-time. You're actually allowed to work up to 20 hours a week. So if you work 20 hours a week, some of our students actually support themselves that way. Scholarships are available to international students. So there are 2 major types. The first one is the admission scholarship, which is offered by the university. Amount varies depending on the application. So it's a merit-based scholarship, not a need-based scholarship. And a full scholarship can go all the way up to 190,000, covering everything from tuition, personal expenses, and student residence. That is the admission scholarship. And there is no separate application for that. So everybody is being considered automatically. Okay. The Bell and Road Scholarship is offered by the Hong Kong government. It's a tuition waiver and is subject to our nomination. So first you have to be admitted to HKBU, and then we will do the selection and we will nominate those who are selected for such scholarship. And usually the result will come out later in August, July or August. Entrance requirement. So we accept a wide range of requirements. We accept the international qualification, including IB/SAT and GCE. But for CASA student, we accept also NIS grade 12 certificate, UNT, and also you are tested. And I noticed that we have some Romanian students and Turkish students. We also accept your local curriculum. So when you look at the list here, it's one of the following. It's either or. So if you are doing, say, UNT, you're not required to provide SAT. If you have already got SAT, then go for it. You can apply with your SAT. Okay, so it's either or. It's not SAT and what? No, either or. And for English requirements, we again accept a wide range of tests. SAT is one of them, TOEFL, IELTS for sure. We also accept Cambridge English, as someone asked earlier. And of course, we accept GCE, O-level, AS level, A-level. For application, we actually runs on a rolling basis. So when I say rolling basis, it means that we process as we receive the application. And we also give away offer and scholarship as we receive application. So in a way, if you are, say, a high achieving student and you are looking for scholarship, you should definitely apply early, because we could actually run out of scholarship in a later stage, okay? So generally, we open for early round in September until November. And then our main round is December until January. And then our extended round is January to May. So right now, actually, we have just finished our main round, and our extended round will start on 11th this month. Okay, so on Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah, tomorrow we will start the extended round. So for the application, very direct, apply directly on our website, upload everything that you have. For example, if you already have your SAT, then upload it. If you plan to do your SAT, just import the date you plan to take the SAT. If you have nothing, then just ask your school to give you a predicted UNT score or predicted NIS score. And also always remember to upload your latest transcript, okay? So after you submit the application, I'll be in touch. Actually, once you start the application, I will be in touch with you. I will check on your application and let you know if it's correct, if there's anything you can supply that will help us understand where you're coming from. And then after you submit a complete application, we will start to arrange interview, which will be done on Skype. And that will be a critical part of the evaluation process, because that's how we actually, meet the person from, match you with the paper, right? And then there will be an offer. And that could be a conditional offer, or it could be a firm offer. Well, in your case, if you have not graduated from high school, it's most likely it's a conditional offer that could also come with a scholarship. Okay, so this is actually the end of my presentation. I'm Sam Wong again. I'm the dedicated country manager for Kazakhstan. If you are interested, you should sign up. You can see a QR code here. Please sign up for more information. And then I will be in person contact with you. And then I can also arrange like one-on-one Zoom meeting with you. So now let's take a few questions that we have. So admission criteria, I think I answered that. You don't have to be able to speak Chinese because, for Chinese medicine, you are not, you can't actually apply. For other programs, you don't need to know Chinese to apply. So don't worry about languages. What are the requirements for the full funding? So I think you are referring to the full scholarship. This year, our reference was UNT 128 or above. It could subject to change. And for SAT 1430 or above. But then again, it could vary every year. So you should always check, before you apply if you want to know more. We don't offer application fee waiver unless you are nominated by your school. And our nomination is only applicable in the early round, which is in September until November. SAT verbal 560, the IELTS, then you can, apply with your IELTS 6.0 because that's the minimum requirements. When will you receive? Sorry, Ida? Yes.
Yes, your time is over. Unfortunately, it's now time for Shanghai Jiao Tong University.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If students.
Okay, no problem.
Students can ask the question in the chat now. You can answer it, or they can email you. Now I should to give the time to presentation for representatives from Shanghai Jiao Tong University.
Hi.
It's Alice. Yes, Alice. Thank you. It's your time, please.
Thank you so much. Let me share my. Okay. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so my name is Zhang Yang. You can also call me Alice if you don't know how to pronounce it Chinese. Okay, I'm from the Admission Office of International Student Center of Shanghai Jiao Tong University. I'm very happy to be here together with you and share you some information about our university. Okay, because our time is quite limited, so I also invite one of our Kazakhstan student to help me to answer your question in the chat box. She's also from RPMS. So, okay, let's start. Just wait for a second. Sorry, I cannot share my screen. Maybe someone are occupied the screen right now. Could you help me? Okay, thank you so much. So first of all, I'd like to show you a short video to let you have a general idea of what kind of university IZhO is. Okay, just wait for a second. Could you hear the voice?
No voice.
Can you hear the sound?
No.
No. Okay. Maybe I can try again. Just sorry. Okay. Sorry, I think there's something wrong. Just wait for a second. Oh, sorry for the Oh my God. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let's start. Can you hear the voice now?
Well, I first came to China in 1990. I was still a school student. So obviously, a lot has changed since 1990. I would say China has developed so much in the last 20 to 30 years. I can't think of any comparable thing in the world.
Well, when I first came, it always struck me with how new everything is and how large the scale is and how dynamic the leadership is.
That strikes me about teaching here at the Joint Institute is that we have a really diverse faculty. I've got colleagues who come from Italy, who come from Russia, from all over the world. They all have their own teaching styles. This makes it really unique. You don't get that so much in other national universities, and that really makes for a very, very international and global education.
Shanghai is really a good home base for anybody who wants to develop their career that has something to do with China.
IZhO has a very strong international focus, and it allows international students to experience the best of China in terms of culture, in terms of education. It has allowed me personally to do my education in English language.
Every student in the IZhO can feel that IZhO drives to open to the world and aspire to the highest quality standards.
Good places have one thing in common, and it's quality. And quality cuts across culture, across administration, across history, across everything. If you have the quality in a place, you can always fall on your feet and you can do very good work. And this is what's happening here, in my opinion.
Shanghai Jiao University is open to new knowledge. And if you have interest in something, and there's something new in the world, you can always expose to this. You can always experience this.
The School of Design is a new school in IZhO. The professors and resources are very supportive.
When it comes to like the help of SJTU towards like my own research, I think there is a lot, because we have enough resources to do whatever you like to do. Since we are like most of the labs here in AI also are joined with companies, you also have a very practical joint arrangement with them. So you do also like stuff that also matters, also helps you like to get some data from the real world.
You'll meet people here who are just wonderfully supportive, not just in terms of the academic and school staff, but also the friends you'll meet will be there for you as well, and you'll develop some lifelong friendships.
University is a place where ideas are created and shared. Students are not here to just pass exams. They're here to acquire knowledge, because on this knowledge you build more knowledge and so on.
What all great institutes have in common is that they allow people to concentrate on their work and not have to worry about everyday life so much. For students, I think it's important to have a vibrant intellectual life, and I see that very much happening at SJTU.
If you are looking for a partner university in China, SJTU is one of the best choices. The university is very pragmatic, forward-looking, open, and we have been doing that for a long time, so we have a lot of experience. So we welcome international partners, and we have experience to make such partners work.
Okay, so considering we are the only university from Shanghai, so before I introduce you SJTU, I want to talk about something about Shanghai, the city. I'm not sure if any one of you have been to Shanghai before. If yes, please let me know in the chat box. Okay, and you should know that Shanghai is one of the 8 Alpha Plus cities in the world. It's a very diverse, vibrant, modernized, and international metropolis. I have been living in Shanghai for almost 10 years, and I also travel around the world all the time. So I can assure you that Shanghai is definitely one of the safest cities in the world. I think maybe when you consider to study abroad, safety must be the first and the most important thing you should consider, right? And last, Shanghai is also a city full of opportunities. And if you have a dream, welcome to Shanghai to make your dream come true. And let's talk about something about Shanghai Jiao Tong University. Shanghai Jiao Tong was founded in 1896. It's one of the oldest universities in China, and also is one of the most prestigious university in China, which means that everybody knows it, and all students are dreaming to study at SJTU, including me, the younger me. But even though I'm one of the best students in class, but still failed to come to SJTU. So now I choose to come to SJTU to work, to make my dream come true. And after more than 100 years of development, SJTU now is a comprehensive, research-oriented, and internationalized university, top university, not only in China, but also in the world. And our education aim is to cultivate top-class talent. And what is a top-class talent? Our 11th president, Mr. Tong gave us an explanation. He said that a university should cultivate top-class talents with excellent academic ability, outstanding career accomplishments, and above all, moral integrity. With this education aim, SJTU now has already cultivated more than 300,000 outstanding talents, including a lot of well-known alumni in science, in politics, art, and business. There are some examples. The first one, Mr. Qin Xuesen, he is the father of China's space program. And Madame Lu Yan is a very famous actress, also a lifelong Oscar judge. And Mr. Jiang Zemin is our former president of China. And Yang Yuanqing is the CEO of Lenovo. And the last one, Yao Ming, maybe if you know NBA well, you should know him. And he is a former NBA basketball player, and he's now the president of Asian Basketball Confederation. And with all SDTU's efforts, SDTU has made a great contributions to China, and we created a lot of the first to China, including the first nuclear submarine, the first space rocket, the first man-made satellite, the first aircraft carrier, and etc. And in recent years, our ranking also is increasing very quickly. And according to the 2021 QS World University Ranking, SDTU is ranked 47th in the world, 10th in Asia, and 4th in China. And we also have 12 subjects entering into the top 50. I use the yellow to highlight those subjects. You can just check the table to see if there are any subjects that you are interested in. For example, like mechanical engineering, civil structure engineering, electrical engineering, computer science, material science, mathematics, physics and astronomy, chemistry and accounting, finance, statistics, business and management, and architecture. IZhO is a very huge university. We have 6 campuses in Shanghai, and the Xuhui campus is our original campus. It's located in the downtown area of Shanghai, and our main campus is Minhang campus. It's a very big, just like a small village. You basically can find everything there, like the cinema, like supermarket. We have our own bus station on the campus. So it's very convenient for our students to live and study on the campus. And we also have 32 schools covering 4 major disciplines. And almost all programs of all schools are open to international students. And we also have 6 global joint institutes, which means that those schools are established together by both SDTU and another leading universities in the world. And we also have 13 affiliated hospitals, which are the best hospitals, not only in Shanghai, but also in China, to provide a lot of research, internship, and job opportunities for our students of School of Medicine. Each year, we have around 40,000 students studying on campus, including more than 7,000 international students. And we also have a strong faculty team. Each year we introduce academic masters from home and abroad. For example, like we have 24 academicians in the Chinese Academy of Science and 23 from the Chinese Academy of Engineering. And we also have Nobel Prize winners and Turing Award winners to offer courses for our students, not only for the high level, like the PhD or master students, but also to our undergraduate students. To further broaden our students' horizon, we also provide a lot of dual degree programs and exchange programs for our undergraduate students. In 2019, 56% of our undergraduate students all have overseas experience. The rate is pretty high among all universities in China. And after our undergraduate students graduate from the university, about 33% of students will enter into the job market, and most of them will be employed by key industries and multinational companies at home and abroad. And we also have 29% of students will choose to study abroad, and 40% of them will enter into the top 30 universities in the world. And the rest of them will stay in China and go to the top university in China. And the average salary for our students is the top 2 in China. And let's see some facilities. This is our on-campus dormitory. You can see from the picture that the dorm is very comfortable and very beautiful, and the price is also very reasonable. especially, in Shanghai, the price is pretty high, but our price for the dormitory is quite reasonable. And we also have a lot of sports teams and clubs for our students to further enhance their hobbies. Now let's check about how to apply our university. IZhO offers three kinds of programs for international students: program in Chinese, program in English, and program in French. And the tuition fee varies from programs. And for the Chinese teaching program, students should log in our application system, upload your materials, and pay the application fee. It's quite simple and quite convenient. And the application deadline for early admission is January 31st. And for this application stage, students normally apply for the exemption from our entrance test. And for the regular application, the deadline will be March 19th. And I also listed some required application materials, for example, like senior high school diploma, passport, personal statement, 2 recommendation letters, one from your high school teacher, and high school transcript. Test score of national high school graduation exam or college entrance exam in your country, for example, like SAT, ACT, IB, A-level, UEC, or UNT in Kazakhstan. And we also require some language proficiency certificate. For Chinese language proficiency certificate, we require HSK level 5 above 200 score and level 6 above 180 score, or other equivalent certificates. And please pay attention that even though it's a Chinese teaching program, we also require English language proficiency. And you should provide TOEFL above 80 score or else above 5.5 score. And if you are unable to provide the national test score, you can also choose to take our own entrance test. And the entrance test will be held online on March 27th, including Chinese, Math, English, 3 subjects. And we also provide some programs in English. Most of them are engineering related majors, for example, chemical engineering, electrical engineering, and etc. And for the English teaching program, we also have 2 deadline for admission. Early admission has already been finished, and the regular application will be finished on April 15th. And if you want to apply the English teaching program, you should apply on Comma application, another application system, not IZhO's application system. Please pay attention to that. And the application materials is also quite simple. Some test scores like SAT, ACT, A-level, IB, or national exam, just same as the Chinese teaching program. And we also require TOEFL or else. And 2 recommendation letters, high school transcript, and a personal statement. And our requirements for the English proficiency is TOEFL 84 score above, and else is 6 score above. And we also provide a lot of scholarships, of course. And Chinese government scholarship is full scholarship. You should apply directly to the local Chinese embassy or consulate. And we also have our own scholarship. The scholarship contents are various from the classes. For example, like the first class is a full scholarship covering everything, and the second class only cover tuition, accommodation subsidy, and insurance. And third class scholarship only covers accommodation subsidy and insurance. And the scholarship decision is based on a very comprehensive ranking of applicants, both academic and interview performance, and all the application profiles you provided. And of course, for the English French program, scholarship also have 3 classes, and the contents are also varies from the classes. Okay, and the last page is about our contact information. If you have any questions, you can email us or call us. We always be there for you. Okay, that's it for my presentation. And I just want to know if you have any questions. Let me check. I think our student have already answered some questions in the chat box. If you have any questions for me, you can. I'm not sure if you can just open your microphone and to talk to me directly. Can you show QR code? I don't have a QR code. I can just give you my email, okay? This is my personal, like, work email. You can just contact me directly. Okay, I think that's it for our, okay, what are the requirements for this full scholarship? As I mentioned before, our scholarship are based on a comprehensive evaluation of your application profile. So basically, we don't have a specific requirements for the full scholarship. Okay, Ida, I think our time is up. So yeah, thank you so much for organizing this education fair, and hope that we can see some of the students on our campus in the coming September. Okay.
Yeah, of course, I hope so. Thank you very much, Alice. Thank you for your presentation.
Okay.
If dear participants, if you will have some questions, you can ask it by
Okay, no problem.
now it's turned to our local university. It's Nazarbayev University, and the representative is Aсель. Aсель, thank you. Уважаемые участники, пришло время локальных университетов. Первым выступает Назарбаев университет. Пожалуйста, ваше время.
Баршаңызға сәлем, менің есімім Асель Батырова. Егер сізде сұрақтарыңыз бар болса, қазақ тілінде немесе орыс тілінде де сұрай берсеңіздер болады. Hello everybody, my name is Aсель. Today I welcome to the presentation for candidates who wish to study at Nazarbayev University. First of all, I want to share with you a small video about Nazarbayev University that can show you or maybe explain you a little bit more and more effective. I will share my screen.
Learn, research, discover, experience, grow. With the best professors and scholars from around the world, Nazarbayev University relies on an international education system, the most innovative laboratories and research centers, convenient infrastructure, campus, study and leisure zones, sports centers, a clinic, an Olympic swimming pool, top quality education. A right step in the future. Nazarbayev University.